Then we move on into more of the story, getting a little deeper, and when the client starts to get into the real meat of things, how do you know that you're getting close to some material that's important?
Often there's a change in the tone of the person's voice. Their voice might crack. Their facial expression might change in a dramatic way.
How so?
Could be, well, they could start to cry. And you could
Yeah, they tear up, sure. Yeah, and you're right, the voice particularly sometimes cracks or it changes quality. There's, there's trouble expressing and so forth. So you are all the time watching those body cues, all right? But then you're also listening for what?
You mean listening for the voice change, or?
No, actually, and I'm thinking more in terms of like, it's almost like a play where you're waiting for a cue. And the client is going to give you a cue about what's important. So how...
You're waiting for like the one... I don't know what you're fishing for.
Well, I'm fishing for the real issue. Because remember,
okay,
you went back and you looked, and there were several
issues, and you have to. Yeah, exactly. So right. What's the one issue that the focus?
That's the real meat of this, and you're starting to ask those probing questions. The client is revealing more and more and more, and lots of times those little hints and those little cues come up, and you got to look for them because any one of those things could produce work for an emotional release session. So it doesn't matter so much that you pick, quote unquote, the right one. Just pick one that's really loaded and then zero in on it. It's just like you are with a camera. You're going, oh, they mentioned money. Ooh, what else is there? So you're listening for those cues for content, all right? What's really going to be the meat of that session. Good. All right. And then we talk a little bit about those probing questions. What are you really doing when you're asking those probing questions? What did you learn about that process?
Sort of discovering the quality of determining whether or not I'm going to need your help on this one too.
Okay.
I think it's
when you're probing and when somebody's talking about their mother, father, their finances, their tenants,
we want to make sure that that what they're experiencing is a release and they're not just using their words. They're actually going to a deeper place.
That's right.